we will learn something about storage integration. So what is a storage integration is that because we cannot expose the credentials, the connection strings that we would need to connect from Snowflake to to the external public cloud, that is S3. So we create the storage integration to integrate with AWS S3. So what is the syntax of the storage integration is create storage integration and then the name, type equal to external underscore stage, storage provider equal to S3, and we will specify the storage AWS role ARN, which we will be shortly seeing how to create that and how to extract that, and enable equal to true, and then the allowable storage locations, because this is kind of a whitelisting that which folders you want to access. And also there is an option we can also block only blocked storage locations. Also you can specify only the allowed storage locations. Let's and then how to use this storage integration. Here when we create the external stage, if you see create stage, and here I'm not specifying any credentials, I simply have to use the storage integration name here. That's very easy. But to create it, it's also fun. Let's go back to the AWS S3 and see how we can create the ARN or the role. This is S3 console home, and while we logged in to AWS, we did not create any roles or any IAM role. Let's create one identity and access management role. So there are users and there are roles. We have a we have a Snowflake user, and we have to assign, we have to give the role to that external ID so that it can read the file or it can write the file into the Amazon S3. So the way we have to go is that we have to create a role. So there are 3 types of role, in fact 5 types of role. One is AWS service, it is internal to AWS. Second is AWS account. It says allow entities in other AWS accounts belonging to you or a third party to perform actions on this account. So we will go with this because this is an external Snowflake integration object is treated as an external AWS account. So I will click on this. Okay, I'm just repeating again. We selected the create role, and from there we came to this roles page and create roles. Click on this, and so guys, so one thing I want to suggest here is that from time to time AWS upgrades its experience, its user experience. So the time that you might see these videos, maybe there will be a different page. So I'm not focusing that much on this exact UI, but just want to mention that what to select here. We have to select here AWS account, because the first one is AWS service, which is an internal which is for the internal services, and this option is for third party, that is the external AWS account. So Snowflake integration object is treated as an external AWS account. I will click on this. There are 5 options. And it says this account, because by default it took this account. I will choose this external account. I need something to fill up because this is the account that we need for the I will select this one. This is the same account as we see it here. Okay, I copied this. This account ID will be the external account ID belonging to Snowflake. So for the time being, I will fill this up. Require external ID. I can either fill up that, or I can simply leave that, because this is going to be the this external ID. I can specify that even here also. That is not an issue. And because this is, I'm just filling it up for the so that I can update the actual external ID. If I search S3, Amazon S3 full access, I will have to remember this. I will have to give this one Amazon S3 full access. I will have to click on this. And click on next. So now in this page, I will have to specify the role name, Snowflake Integration Object. And in this page, so this is where I need to replace it with the Snowflake external ID, and this is where I need to replace the role name or the ARN number. Okay, and so this is just a temporary. I need to create role. We created this one. This is the ARN number that we can see. Okay, so now let's copy this, and let's go back to the Snowflake. Now that we have created this ARN number, I need to replace it with this one. And here I would like to have only one allowable folder, data directory inside my bucket. I can specify more than one, and the same syntax as previously. I'm keeping the name as AWS S3 and type equal to external stage and storage provider equal to S3. I will execute this, and I can see the AWS underscore S3 is created successfully. Now I can describe it and then see that how does it look, and we can see that there are all the properties mentioned here. This is the allowable location, this is the ARN user ARN number. So this is the role, this is the AWS role that we created, that we got it from the AWS, and this is the storage AWS IAM user ARN. So this is from the Snowflake user and the principal that we need to replace. Here I will replace this with the principal or user ARN. Edit trust policy, I will put it here, and the external ID is what it is, this one, storage AWS external ID. This is created automatically when we created the storage integration. I will have to replace it here. So these are the actual values, and I will update the policies. So now we have completed the integration between the Snowflake and the AWS S3. So let's create a stage, an external stage. Previously we had created an external stage by providing the credentials, and now we will be creating with the storage integration. So I will have to just mention here AWS S3, and out of many allowable buckets and folders, I am selecting this one for this stage, and I will mention this as a CSV format so that I can read the CSV files automatically. Okay, external stage integration 2 created. Now if I do the list of that external stage, you can see automatically this 2 appears. So the same way, if let's see if I can access that from the table. Once I downloaded, I copy from the stage location into a table. I will create a table with 2 columns, and then I will copy this file, and because I have mentioned the storage location file format as CSV format, it will just load this file because it is the CSV file. I can also mention the pattern, but it will not load because it has already loaded. It will be skipped. If I needed to forcibly copy that, I will have to mention force equal to true. Now I can see there will be 4 rows because I downloaded 2 times. Probably in the first time it did not load. I have to see what happened. Let's see if I download again. Okay. Okay, this is I'm accessing from the stage. Okay, yeah, so it will be when I access the stage directly, of course it has 2 rows, and if I select from the table, we can see it will be loaded 3 times, so 6 rows. Yeah, correct. Okay, so now we have seen that how we created the 3 types of internal stage, as well as we created the external stage, and also we created the storage integration by which we created the connection string to AWS, and we created another stage, external stage, by specifying the storage integration.